Y'all, guess what we're doing with this Dollar Tree plastic placemat? Hi everyone, it's Sherry. I hope that you are having a wonderful day. That's right, we're using a plastic placemat and I think you're going to love it. Stay tuned. Y'all, welcome to my channel. I am so glad that you decided to stop by, and welcome to all of my new friends and to all of my new subscribers. Welcome back to all of my longtime friends and longtime subscribers. Thank you all so much for the wonderful ways in which you support me and my channel. I really do appreciate it. And for those of you who are about to watch this video, if you're not a subscriber to my channel, I would love to have you subscribe, and I hope that after you watch this video, I will earn your subscription. If not, thank you so much for being here today, and thank you so much for giving me a part of your day. So I have this Dollar Tree plastic placemat. It's not one of the foamy feel ones. It has more of a plastic feel to it, but it is very flexible. So we're going to take this and transform it into something really useful, and I'll be showing you exactly how you can maximize a Dollar Tree placemat like this, or another placemat from another store that might be like this. So I'm going to flip to my overhead camera because I have not made a prototype. We're going to do this together. All right, so on the back here, this little sticker just peels right off, and the size of this is about 11 1/4 this way and a little bit over 17 inches this way. So here is what I am thinking. I want to get rid of the rounded ends. Now you might decide that you want to keep yours, but I'm getting rid of these. And if you want, you can save these and use them as closures on other projects. So right now we probably have about 14 inches by 11 1/4. We will score at 6 3/8. This is just a number that I selected, y'all. You can do yours differently, because now I just want to take this and we're going to fold it so that we can cut it. So I am going to slide this over to 5 1/2 and I'm going to cut. Doesn't look like I went all the way through here with my cut, so I'll just use my finger blade, put it in that groove, and just finish off my cut. So here is where we made that fold. Let's take the fold and let's just put it in at 4. And let's score at 5 3/8. So now we're going to have 2 scores like this. And now I can see that I want to cut this off at 6. And then we'll take this score mark here, place it in on 6, and we're going to cut. So that way both ends will be nice and even. And you guys can very easily see what I'm making here. We're going to turn our little placemat into water-resistant covers for our notebook. Now this is going to be 5 1/2 by 6. You can certainly trim it down some more if you want, but I am going to leave mine just as it is. Then I'm going to do the same thing with this one. We're going to take this score mark and we're going to put it in at 4. And then we're going to score at 5 3/8. And then we're going to take this and put it in at 6. Trim off that excess. Take this and turn it to this side, taking that score mark there and placing it at 6 because you want to have the ends nice and even. And y'all, the sizing that I'm using here is definitely not the size that you have to use. You can play around with your placemat sizing. You can play around with your notebook sizing. I just happen to think that this is a pretty cool cover for a notebook. So now we're going to take this, and I need to figure out how wide I want my paper to be. Now I know that this sticks out about 1 inch, and all the way across here is 6. And this is 5 1/2 this way. So I'm going to cut my paper to 5.5, and now I'm going to cut it at 5, just to give myself a little bit of room to play with on the inside. So it's 5.5 this way and 5 inches this way. So I'm going to take this and just put it in my little hardware here, and then I'm just going to snap. And what I'm snapping for is to get the impression mark, because then I'm going to take my Crocodile Big Bite, and on the 3/16 setting, I'll go over that impression and just punch through. The last time I used my cinch on this one, and you can use a cinch or a single hole punch. It is completely up to you. So now that we have this piece like this, we can take this and put it in. And now we're going to take our book, and when you put it in the book, what you're checking for is to make sure that when it's in, it's not going to hang out over the edge. So if you decide to take a placemat that is 11.25 by approximately 17 and cut it down following the measurements that I gave for this, then the paper size that you're going to use for the inside is going to be 5.5 by 5. So let's go ahead and install our mechanisms. I'm not even going to put anything on the inside here. Now, if you want to, you can, but I am going to leave mine blank. I might add a decorative piece, but as far as adding other elements, I'm just going to leave it alone. So I am just taking my stylus and making a couple of impressions. Hopefully you can see that impression there and that impression there, because I'm going to take my Crocodile Big Bite, hover over the top of that impression, putting the dot in the center, and then I'm going to press. And then we do the same thing here. We take the Crocodile Big Bite or your punch, and you go right over the top of that dot, and the impression dot is in the center of where you are about to punch. And then you just punch. So now I can take this and I can put it inside like that. So now I'm going to take my little metal piece, and y'all, what I'm going to be doing is something a little bit different. I am not using the screws because this placemat really isn't thick enough to support the depth of those screws. So I'm using these little metal snaps that have the mushroom head. I'll have them linked in the description box below. I'm going to take it, put it through the hole, and then put it through this hole, and this piece just snaps on. And then I'm going to take this end here and do the same thing. So I'm just going to put that in, and this end snaps on like that. Now it's a little bit loose, so I'm going to show you how I'll be fixing that. So I'm going to use my little hammer. I'm going to hold this down, and then I'm going to hammer this into place. And basically what it does is that end is pretty secure. We'll do the same thing over here. And the reason why I'm doing the hammering is because this is so thin that I needed to make sure that these two snaps were very close and tight. So I can see and now you can see that that is pretty secure. And so now we have our little Dollar Tree notebook covers. I'm going to go cut out some papers so that we can put them on the inside. All right, y'all, so I have cut out my papers for the notebook. And in one notebook, I already have the papers. So I am just going to take this one and show you the quick and easy way. So on the 5-inch side, I'm just going to take it, put it in where I want it, and snap. And then I'm just going to squeeze because that's making the impression for me. So now I can take my Crocodile Big Bite. I can see my impressions on here. You probably can't, but when you do the same thing with yours, you'll see that impression on the paper. So I am just going to punch to go all the way through. And then I'm going to punch right here to go all the way through. So now I can take my papers and we can put them in just like this. And we have a really good fit. So I can flip my papers over like this. I have a nice little notebook. Again, we can add pockets. We can add ephemera. We can place so many different things in our little notebook. I just wanted to take a moment and show you what we can do with a Dollar Tree plastic placemat or any plastic placemat that you might get from another store. You can make these beautiful water-resistant covers for your sweet little notebooks. So what I decided to do was I took a cut apart and I added tape to this side and to this side. Now I can use it as a pocket if I want. So I'm just going to fold this because we can actually make our cards this way, and we've done that. But we can now use this as a nice little pocket. Y'all, you can definitely go through and do it this way to make yourself some water-resistant covers. And I'm going to go ahead and just answer a question real quickly about whether or not we can use this little tool to punch through a Dollar Tree placemat. Now I have a scrap piece, and you can see the answer to that is yes, you can. It punched right through it. So if you want to use these as spiral notebook covers, you most certainly can. However you want to do it, y'all have fun with this. Always be on the lookout for those inexpensive things that we can use in our crafting to create something unique, beautiful, and giftable. So I hope that you have enjoyed this fun, quick, and easy way that you can take a Dollar Tree plastic placemat and create water-resistant covers, or it might have sparked another idea for you on how you can use those Dollar Tree placemats. But I hope that you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please hit the like button. If you're not a subscriber to my channel, I'd love to have you join this amazing online crafting family. As always, please be safe, be kind, and be the reason someone smiles today. Happy crafting, and we'll chat later. Bye.